welcome you to my first video that is about to launch on my YouTube channel. And I am Madam Supreme. I'm your girl, Madam Supreme. And can you see? I'm so excited to be exploring this YouTube space. And in today's video, I'll be talking about something that my mentees always ask me, and just like random people always ask me, like, girl, where do you get that confidence? And today I just want to like give you tips. And these tips, one thing that I can say is that they are all round tips, right? Like they will definitely affect each and every area of your life in a positive way, though, in a very positive way. So with no further ado, let's head straight to the video. Boom. So never mind me if I'll be looking down most of the time. I just wrote some things here for me not to forget what I'll be talking about. So tip number one, how to boost your confidence: know your identity. Know your identity. And what do I mean by that? When I say know your identity, I'm not talking about you having to cram your identity number, you having to know your names. Obviously, like, those are essential things that you need to know as an individual because they're so important. But what I mean about you knowing your identity is that know what you stand for as an individual or as a human being. By knowing what you stand for, you won't be swayed by every wind or every trend that passes by you, right? You will know and be firm in whatever that you stand for. For example, let me just say you have decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna stand for kindness, and whatever that somebody else might say, or however like an individual can be rude to me, I will continue, I will continue to be as kind as I have to as an individual or whatsoever. Some people also, they do understand their religion, and they stand firm in whatever that their religion is saying, and that thing in itself, it helps them to be a better people, right? And this is one thing that I want you to understand: know your identity. So let's hear from Google. Uguti, what is it like to know what is the definition of identity? So oh my god, okay, Google's definition says that identity is the fact of being who or what a person or a thing is. So what it's like, just in summary, what it means is that you get to understand and you get to know who you really are as an individual. What is it that you stand for? What is it that you are for? And what is it that you are not for? Because it's so easy for us to understand, oh, Mina, I'm for this thing. But again, you also need to understand what is it that you don't stand for as an individual. And by so saying, let me tell you, even if certain things come, certain trends come, you won't be swayed to be part of those things, because you know what is it that you stand for. And whatever that an individual can say about you, you will know that it is not true, because I have planted myself, I have rooted myself in so and so type of situation, so you won't be swayed. So let's head to the second one. So the second one, and this leads me to the second one, and if you go back, you will hear that I said identity is what you stand for, right? So second tip on how to boost your self-confidence is to always affirm yourself. Positive affirmations. So affirmations is what you stand firm on. See the difference? What you stand firm on. I remember this one time as a kid. I was still in high school, right? And that is when I just like got into this thing of having, I think I've watched somebody or a talk show talking about positive affirmations, and I used to like stand in front of a mirror and say, I am beautiful, I am capable, I'm an A student, I am, I am a trailblazer. Like, I used to say all these positive things about myself. And even though, yes, now I no longer say those things, but let me tell you, the fact that I did say them, they have affected me in a positive way. Because now whatever an individual says about me, if like somebody says, oh, you are not as pretty, I'm like, that's your problem. That's your problem, because I kept on saying those things to a point where they were like a part of me. Now I stand firm on that. Whatever an individual say about me, I will know that I'm glued in this thing. Your opinion does not affect me. So positive affirmations, even any day in a while where you get a chance, stand in front of a mirror or write things down, right? To say, you know what, I am enough, I am capable, I am what so and so, I am this, I am a queen, I am a king. I, even when situations, because remember, we live in we live in a world where you never know what is it that is going to happen. Certain things happen, you lose a loved one, like things just happen, things that you did not expect them, they happen. And sometimes situations might make you think that or maybe you just went into you just like broken up with somebody else, and you think to yourself, oh, I'm not enough, why did he cheat? But if you always affirm certain things to yourself, let me tell you, even when that happens, and even when those small negative voices, they try to creep in your head, you will be able to recognize those faults. Well, man, this is false, this is not who I am. I understand that I'm enough. It's not my fault that he or she was unable to see the diamond that I am, or the gold that I am, and that I am enough and I am more than enough, right? So positive affirmations, write things down, always affirm yourself. While we're still on positive affirmations, I remember this one time I used not, and let me just tell you something, this is a process, right? It's not something that it's not a journey where you arrive, right? But it's a progress whereby you tend to do it often and often and often, and it just gets to a point where even those small things, even though they creep in, but they don't affect you as much, right? So I remember I used not to like these tight dresses because I thought maybe they were for like small petite ladies. But this one time I decided to buy one, a purple one, because purple is my favorite color. I bought it and I decided to wear it this one time, and I went in front of a mirror and I looked at myself and I'm like, yo, I wish like I had the small waist, I wish like da 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 da. But then in that moment I told myself that, you know what, I'm gonna rock it either way. And I looked at myself, I'm like, you rock it, girl, and you were beautiful. So what had happened is that I also decided to go to a tech shop that very same day, and people were like complimenting me. They were like, oh girl, you look nice in that dress, da, 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 da. And let me tell you, their opinions just were adding on my jar that was already full with what I had said first, right? So people's opinion, now they're just like overflowing in my jar because I had already filled it with like a positive affirmation. And if it happens that sometime I wear another dress and I don't get compliments, that wouldn't affect me anyway, right? Because I had already complimented myself. I am content, right? So let's head to our third tip. Our third tip is be your biggest fan, right? And what do I mean by being your biggest fan, right? Here I wrote something like, be your own role model. So many times we go out and about to find like the superstars or people who are famous to be like our role models, and we look up to those individuals, which is not wrong, at all. Yes, look up to them for inspiration, being inspired by them. But again, you need to understand that you are not them, right? You are not them. So be your biggest leader, be your own role model. Whenever you do something good, cheer yourself up. Be your own cheerleader. Cheer yourself up and be like, you know what, I did this. Because so many times we look for certain things that do not like that are so negative, or the mistakes that we have done, and we let those mistakes to mask the positive things that we have done, our biggest achievements, the achievements that we have done. So whenever you do something great, if it happens that you wake up early in the morning and it's something that you're not used to doing, cheer yourself on. Say, you know what, today I did it. Today I did it. And let me tell you, even the smallest things, because sometimes it happens that just a situation, it happens that, let me just say, you've been struggling with math, right? And you get like a 65. And you take that, maybe you show it to your friend, and your friend is like, oh my god, I got like a 90, right? But then remember, that 65 to you, it's a lot, because you understand the strength that you've put in. Now you're showing it to somebody else, and that individual is like tearing you down to like, oh my god, so you're here showing me your 65, well, I got a 90, girl, you gotta be kidding me. So what I'm saying is that be your own biggest leader, because once you recognize the amount of work that you've put in, and you understand that, even if your friend decides to say, oh no, I got a 95, what are you saying, girl? You will be in a position to say, you know what, yes, I got my 65, but I understand that, well, the amount of hard work that I had to put in for me to get to the place that I am today. So be your biggest fan. The smallest things that you can ever think of. If you woke up today and you ate clean, congratulate yourself. Give yourself a fist pump and say, you go girl, you did it, right? So and this point, I just want to interlink it with our fourth point, which is run your own race. Guys, comparison is a stealer of joy. If you constantly compare yourself, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it, and you will never be content with who you are. And I always say this to people that, guys, you have a place on this earth. The fact that you are the only individual, you are unique as you are out of all 7 billion human beings that are on earth, that should tell you something. That should tell you that you also have a unique place that only you can fill, that needs your own capability, that needs your own potential, that needs how you have been designed to be, right? And nobody else can ever fill that place except you. Even people who have like a lot of money, they can never. It's only you who can step in and do what only you can do. Because a whole lot of time we try to compare ourselves, especially with social media, right? We try to compare ourselves with a mini photo shoot or 2-minute photo shoot of somebody else's life. We don't know what goes behind the scene, but here we are trying to be like other people. So one thing that will help with yourself, you recognize the amount of work that you've put in and you understand that. Even if your friend decides to say, oh no, I got a 95, what are you saying, girl? You will be in a position to say, you know what, yes, I got my 65, but I understand the toil, the amount of hard work that I had to put in for me to get to the place that I am today. So be your biggest fan. The smallest things that you can ever think of. If you woke up today and you ate clean, congratulate yourself. Give yourself a fist pump and say, you go girl, you did it, right? So and this point, I just want to interlink it with our fourth point, which is run your own race. Guys, comparison is a stealer of joy. If you constantly compare yourself, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it, and you will never be content with who you are. And I always say this to people that, guys, you have a place on this earth. The fact that you are the only individual, you are unique as you are out of all 7 billion human beings that are on earth, that should tell you something. That should tell you that you also have a unique place that only you can fill, that needs your own capability, that needs your own potential, that needs how you have been designed to be, right? And nobody else can ever fill that place except you. Even people who have like a lot of money, they can never. It's only you who can step in and do what only you can do. Because a whole lot of time we try to compare ourselves, especially with social media, right? We try to compare ourselves with a mini photo shoot or 2-minute photo shoot of somebody else's life. We don't know what goes behind the scene, but here we are trying to be like other people. So one thing that will help with your... Hi guys, I'm back. So sorry about that. So what had happened is that my camera overheated and then it shut down. Yeah, it shut down. And then now I'm back again, but then I sure do know where I left off, which was on point 4, that do not compare yourself to other people. And that leads me to point number 5, be an ambassador of positivity. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that be a channel of positivity. Be kind to people, because we need to understand the concept of confidence. Confidence is something that is so positive, right? And let me tell you, in order to attract positive or positivity, you yourself need to be that channel. You yourself need to be the catalyst that actually endorses, right? Actually endorse positive energy. Because you need to understand that if you continue to be so negative about everything, whatever that you see, rather of seeing like a cup half full, you see it half empty, you will never be content. You will never be content with whatever that you have. And so be a channel of positivity whereby you compliment others, right? If you see that somebody like has or maybe they are looking good today, compliment them, say, hi, you look amazing today, right? Or be it that there's something that you want to join, which is like a very positive thing in your community or in your varsity or wherever, right? Join it and be part of that positive thing. If it means you helping an individual, sorry about that, be part of that. Be part of a movement, a campaign, of something that brings about change, right, in the society in a very positive light. And you will see that, you know what, by being that conjugate of positivity to other people, you would care less. You would care less, and that in itself brings what we call intrinsic motivation. And intrinsic motivation, in return, you do not depend on external factors for you to feel good about yourself, or for you to feel better, in other days, because you understand that you have a place on this earth. And by understanding that, you will know and see that you are contributing in a very positive light, in a positive way. So one thing that I would like to end on is that be an ambassador of positivity, be a channel of positivity, be that individual, who decides to see like a cup half full than half empty. See positivity in the slightest things that most of us, we might say, no, that is nice, but choose to see the positive out of that thing. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because why not? And let us create this community, right? Help me to create this opportunity, this community whereby we will all be ambassadors of positivity, and just bring out and launch into you guys a positive energy, and make the world a better place.